Hello, everyone. I believe there's some minor connection errors here, but hopefully we're here. Hopefully we're clear. You all can see what's going on live. Welcome. Hey, y'all. This is Midday Makeover with Beauty by Miss B. And I am your girl, Miss B. Hello. How have you all been? How has your week been? How has your weekend been? How do you anticipate this week continuing? It's a lot of different questions, and I want to know some answers to y'all. Where you been all my life? I know I missed you guys on last Tuesday, but listen, we were all prepared to have this conversation with y'all last week. However, let me tell you about this one client, okay? This client I was supposed to be done with by a certain time, and you know, she didn't want me to be great on last Tuesday, okay? She didn't want me to be great, y'all. So she kept me from seeing y'all's faces. And so by the time I finished with her, it would have been way too late. It was like either I was going to beat my face and don't mark it, or mark it and be on here looking. And y'all know I can't do that, do you? You know I can't do that. Now I got to do something to the mug. Okay? So that's where I was last week. Last week we were really busy in here, so, and it kind of ran us over time. So sorry. But we are here today. Hello. Okay, you all already know what to do. When you come in the room, go ahead and hit share. Go on and hit share. And bring the people in, because we have a really good conversation today. As you all know, we alternate. We do a demonstration on one week, and we'll turn around and do a conversation on the next week. And so hopefully some of the stuff is very, hopefully all of the stuff is very helpful to you. And or if not you, maybe you can pass along to somebody else who, depending on what the subject matter is, it could be beneficial to them. Okay, so go ahead and share. You all know what to do. All right, today's topic is, but why though? And when we ask that, we're asking why people get stuck in these toxic relationships. Why you can't leave? Why you can't walk away? Why you can't shake the people? Why you just can't be free from the foolishness? Why? But why though? Hi, Tiffany. Thank you so much. Tiffany says, that makeup though. That mug though. Thank you. You guys, first off, before we even get off into this big old conversation, honey, because this is some deep stuff here. And y'all know we done all been up in some relationships that we know good and doggone well we ain't supposed to be in, right? Y'all know. Even when I said it, your mind went back to the person who you knew you weren't supposed to be in a relationship with. And it might be in your current relationship. You understand? Okay? So, but before we go into all of that, I know we made an announcement, was it last week? I want to say last week, about Miss B being featured on an upcoming reality show here in Atlanta. It's going to be aired on a very major network. And yes. Miss B is one of the main cast members of a reality show. It's going to be the Businesswomen of Atlanta. And so I have been given the honor of being one of the cast members, one of the featured cast members. Okay, so yes, I will keep you guys aware and up to speed on what's going on and when it's airing and all that good old stuff. Of course, I can't give no details about it because, you know, what good is it? You know, what good is the show if I'm gonna tell you everything? Huh? You gotta tune in. You gotta tune on in. And so all of the details and stuff like that, as far as when we're airing and the network that's airing it and stuff like that, all of those will be forthcoming. However, right now, be happy. Be happy because, you know, Miss B and Beauty by Miss B and the conglomerate and, you know, One Vision Entertainment and Shockwave Studios and BBE and all of that good old stuff that Miss B got her hands all wrapped up in is going to be featured on the show. So, yay. Yay, yay, yay. Okay, we've already started production and everything this past Sunday, which was a lot. It was a lot, you guys. We had our first photo shoot. And boy, listen, I'm usually on this side. I'm on the other side. I'm behind the camera usually. Okay. So now, you know, it's a little different to, you know, to be in front of it. But, you know, I'm excited. I'm here for it. You know what I mean? Let's do it. Let's do it. All right. So anyway, like I said, go ahead and share and bring some people in because we're having a good conversation today where we're talking about why people get stuck in toxic relationships. Hi, Hope. Hey, honey. How are you? How are you? You go ahead and share. Hope you know the rules, girl. Go on and share, girl. Get the people in here, girl. Okay. All right. So we're talking about why. Now, if you all see me looking down, I have my notes here. You know, I always come prepared for you guys, right? I always come prepared. I don't just do nothing off the cuff. Thank you, Hope. Hope says, makeup looking fabulous. Thank you, girl. Thank you, girl. Okay. Tiffany says, yes, a whole 7 years, but I finally left and I did a whole 370. Girl, she ain't say, listen, not 360, but a 370. Girl, she done added on an extra 10 degrees, girl. That's what I'm talking about. Listen, if you gonna do a 360, honey, you might as well do a 360 plus 10. You understand me? Okay. Thank you, Hope. Thank you, Hope. Okay, Tiffany, yes, ma'am. So I'm going to, excuse me, y'all. I done got choked up. Tiffany done choked me up, girl, for her 370. Girl, get your 370. Okay, so now listen, Tiffany. Now as we go along, I want you and even the others to share, to talk about and share your testimony and give some feedback that could possibly help some people. You understand what I'm saying? Because a lot of people, more often than not, ladies and gentlemen, there are so many people that are in relationships that they know good and well they ain't got no business being in right now. Okay? Toxic. I'm talking about poisonous. I'm talking about just suck the whole entire life and existence up out your being. Okay? Just detrimental to your future. Right? But we stay in them. Why do we stay in these relationships? Now, I can speak for myself. I have been in this position several times. So what's wrong with my knucklehead? I have been in these positions several different times, you guys. Not once, not twice, ain't no telling. Listen. Okay? That's neither here nor there. Hello, Kenyatta. Hello. Hi, love. Hey, best friend. Hey, best friend, girl. Go ahead and share, you guys. Share. And those of you all who did see I did post a picture of me in the, on Sunday when we started the production and stuff like that. I was the lady in red, honey. I was the lady in red, and y'all already know I don't even do red, child. So for me to be in red, I had to come through with the red. I had to do the red. You feel me? She was the lady in red, honey. The lady in red, honey. Okay, so now, let's get serious. We're setting some people free today, okay? So I'm going to be referring to my notes, and right here I have, okay, why people get stuck in the toxic relationships. Have you ever wondered what keeps people in terrible relationships even after it's been proven poisonous? Listen, the relationship has been proven that it's poisonous, and we still stay. Like over and over, sign after sign after sign, this thing has been proven to be super poisonous to our lives. And we still, you know what I'm saying? We still in it. Love said, I got to see that red you talk of. It's on the page, honey. Hope says, so IMATs will be in Atlanta. Yes. Yeah, will you be there? Awesome. I love IMATs. I love it. Go every year. Okay, so now it's been proven to be poisonous. Why do we stay? It's not working and it's detrimental, but they still seem to be stuck in it, okay? You can't figure out how to break free. So let's figure out. Let's try to help some people today, you guys, because I had people to help me. I had people to be there to help break me from my chains and all of that stuff from that because that's all it is. It's really a slave mentality. You know what I'm saying? Where you feel like, oh, we'll get into it. Okay, so thank you guys for tuning in. Thank you all for being here. Hi, Akili. Thank you so much. Hello to you. You guys share because literally this is a great conversation for right now, you guys. For right now, okay? We're here to kind of help some sisters and some brothers out. All right? There is a such thing as relationship entrapment, you guys. There is a such thing as relationship entrapment. That is when, like, it says more often than not, some people are so emotionally tied to their relationships that they are willing to give up themselves physically, financially, and mentally, becoming accustomed to the cycle of being used, thus becoming less of an individual and more of a slave to the situation or the person, okay? Hope says you have to love yourself better than the treatment you're accepting. Yes. Number one, the number one rule of breaking free from a toxic and poisonous situation is number one, loving yourself, valuing who you are. And when you value who you are and you're not receiving that from the opposite direction, then that means something is off. And in order for something to be in order for you to line yourself back up, either that person is going to change or you got to go find the change on your own. Okay? All right. So now it says you get stuck to these people, whether they're good, bad, and ugly, to the point where they can't see themselves without the other person. Meaning you are addicted to the poison. And there is a such thing as being addicted to the toxicity in a relationship. Do you know people are literally, when you give them an out of their situation, poisonous, toxic situation, don't you know they will fight you? Some people will fight you. If you tell them, listen, I saw such and such, or I know that they're not doing you right, or I've seen him or her overdoing something against you, and this and that and the third, and don't you know they will be mad with you? Why for? I have experienced that for myself, where I literally witnessed someone cheating on someone I know. And as a friend, went to them and told them, listen, you are deserving of more than this. This person is very disrespectful to you, disrespectful to your relationship, don't care nothing about you, got you looking like a fool out here in these streets. I'm talking about told the other girl private, personal information about my friend. And don't you know this girl got mad with me. She got mad with me. I was like, oh, I done died, and I don't know where I done came back to. Okay. Hope that we as people really be thinking that the person that's feeding us toxins will change, and they won't. That is one of the reasons that I'm gonna give you 5 things of reasons of why a person will stay in a situation like that, right? Okay. But before then, I said sometimes you need out. You know they're no good. You know there's better for you outside of that situation. You're probably not even in love with the person in the first place. Okay. But for some reason, you can't break free. You can't see yourself without them. You cannot. Okay. There are some people that are attached to you only to keep you from where you're supposed to be in your future. Okay, those people, they literally attach themselves to you just to keep you from getting to where you're supposed to go. Because God forbid you get to where you're supposed to go. Because if you get to where you're supposed to go, then and they're not where they're supposed to be, then it's going to cause them to feel some type of way. I've witnessed this for myself, where people will try to keep you from growing. They'll try to keep you from attaining more because it may cause them to have to reach for higher and better too, and achieve more, achieve greater. Okay, so for their convenience, they will rather keep you where you are. You see what I'm saying? They'll condition you and make you stay right where you are, and even have some type of justification as to why you should. I'm talking about we'll have a good old selling pitch. Okay. Why is it that we cannot release people who have proven to be painful for our futures? Why is it that we cannot release people that are detrimental to our destinies? They're detrimental to our destiny. Like, it is literally going to cost you your destiny to keep this person around. Hey, Tashana. Hi, Tashana. How are you? You all go ahead and share because this is going to be some good stuff, okay? So, reason number one. I'm going to give you 5 reasons as to why people seem to be stuck in these toxic relationships. Reason number 1 is the shame of having fallen from your morals, principles, and ethics. Meaning, because you know, thank you so much, Tashana, because you know that you shouldn't even be in this situation. You're so ashamed. You're so ashamed that you feel like you're undeserving of anything better. That you feel like this is all you got in life. This is all that you can have. This is all that's going to be coming your way. This is all that you deserve because of what you've done. I am here to tell you that is a lie. That is a whole lie. That is a bald head lie. That is a snaggertooth lie. You are still, it don't matter what we have done. It don't matter what crime, what decision, what judgment that we've made that was not a good one. Because trust me, we all have made some bad judgments. We all have had bad judgment, made some bad decisions, I guarantee you. And guess what? We gonna keep doing them too, okay? As long as this flesh is wrapped around these bones, and we gonna do some dumb stuff, okay? If we're leading our own lives and stuff like that, and we're not surrounding ourselves by people that we're accountable to and for, you know what I'm saying? Thank you, Linda. Thank you so much. Linda says, I love your makeup and your hair. Thank you so much. So, naturally, yes, we are. We're going to do some silly stuff. We're going to make some crazy decisions and all of this stuff. That is what living this life is about. However, either you're gonna make your wrong decision and be ashamed and be in pain for the rest of your life because of the wrong decision, or you're gonna make a wrong decision and learn the lesson from it and gain the wisdom from it. Whichever one, it's up to you. It's up to you. Because we're going to fall on our face. We're going to do stupid stuff. We're going to link up to crazy people. We're going to make bad decisions. We're going to say and do some crazy stuff that everybody will not approve of at all. And guess what? Not even ourselves. Once we get into the situation, it's like, oh Lord, why did I do this? What was I thinking? You know what I'm saying? But even in that, either you're going to be ashamed and in pain for the duration, or you're going to learn your lessons and use these lessons as wisdom. You know what I'm saying? To not do, as wisdom keys to remember not to do this again. Okay? Okay, that's reason number 1. Shamed. Okay? Reason number 2 of why people stay in toxic relationships. There is a silent anger that registers in your heart for that individual. And now when I say this, I mean, you have been in this situation and this person has flipped your life upside down, and you know that they have done some wrong to you. In fact, especially if it's something in an area of abuse, whether it's physical, whether it's mental, whether it's verbal, whether it's emotional, you know what I'm saying? If this person has abused you, and you don't know how, you can't really overpower them, you can't really overtake them, but you're planning in your mind a retaliation. Okay? So your reasoning for staying is possibly to find a way where you can seek vengeance on this person. So you're willing to stay so that you have that one opportunity to get back at them and to seek vengeance and to take your anger and everything that they've done to you, take it out on them. That is not okay either. Don't you know there's a TV show out here called Snapped that is really, really real. Like, those stories are based on true stories. And these people are out here just snapping and going absolutely psycho crazy. I say to you, before it gets to that place where you want to seek revenge on a person and get it and take it out and pay them back for all the hurt and the pain that they've given you, I think it's better for you emotionally to cut your ties and just walk away. Leave them alone. You don't have to pay them back. You know what the greatest revenge is? The greatest revenge is a successful future without them. You want to get them, you want to pay somebody back, you want to get them back. Get out of the situation and live your best life. Live your greatest life. I'm talking about get out of that situation and go be the best you that you can be. I'm talking about carry yourself high, head held high, look good, feel great. You know what I'm saying? Live greater. The best revenge that you can seek on someone who has hurt you is to have a successful future. That is the best revenge that you can seek. Okay? Forgiveness is a powerful, powerful tool. It's very powerful. And it's not, excuse me, it's not a weakening source at all. Forgiveness to forgive someone, you have to be the strongest person to be able to forgive, knowing that they hurt you to no end. This person has hurt you to no end. And to be able to stand tall and say, I forgive you, and actually mean it. Honey, you talking about, whoa. Because really, you're forgiving them not for them. You're forgiving them for you. You know what I'm saying? Because you need to live. You need to live. And you need to live free from all of that other crazy stuff that they even made you endure. You know what I'm saying? So forgive. I said forgiveness enables you to move forward. Cut your losses, cut your ties, and go on and live your life free. Free of all of that foolishness. Free of all of that craziness that person inflicted on you. Okay? That's the second reason. Second reason why a person would stay in a situation like that for longer than they should. And that is to seek revenge. No. That is not the way. Because not only will you end up doing something that's going to land you possibly in jail or prison, okay, they're not worth it. And even if that's the case, then that person still has power over you. They still got power over you. Because what happened? You snapped and you ended up in jail. You snapped and they still got a lockdown on you. Because of them. It's because of them you over in this situation. You can't do that. The best revenge is to be able to genuinely smile and forgive, walk away, and live your best life. Have a successful future. That's your best revenge. Okay? Number 3, the third reason why a person would stay in a toxic situation is a confusion of rejection. And I say that because say for instance, there's a situation where the male has rejected the female, okay? Meaning he's rejected her and her body, her looks, anything she tries to be. Even if she try to dress a certain kind of way, he'll reject her. He won't pay her no attention. All of this stuff, won't take her out in the public, the whole nine, okay? So that is rejection. That is rejection. But in the interim, instead of her saying, well, let me go on because, he don't want to have anything to do with me. What she'll try to do is overcompensate for those areas. So she'll try to do other things and do this and do that and do this, whatever the case, to gain his approval. To make up for whatever he feels she's not you know, she's not holding her weight in, I guess, in her looks or whatever the case. So she overcompensates by doing more stuff, doing this, because possibly, hopefully, he'll give me the approval. Hopefully, he'll like this. And hopefully, I'll please him in this. And hopefully, that's a confusion and rejection. So she's steady going overboard to try to get this person approval when everybody around her then gave her the approval already. Everybody's giving her the encouragement. Oh, wow, that's gorgeous. Oh, you're beautiful. You're this, you're that. But it's like until he says it, it doesn't matter. She doesn't believe it until it comes from the person that has rejected her and has been rejecting her for a while, forever. It's like we're still trying to seek the approval of someone who's always tearing us down. You're never going to be good enough. You're never going to do anything good enough to this person. So why do you continue to try to please someone who can never be pleased? Ever. Could never be pleased. So you're not doing anything but going through this cycle. It's like you're going through this cycle over and over and over and over and over again, expecting a different result when this person has already told you they've rejected you, period. Okay. And that is like, it's almost, it can cause somebody to get sick trying to appease someone who can never be pleased, You know what I'm saying? It's sad because I've seen this happen. I promise you, I have seen this happen where the person I'm talking about firsthand. I think I was in a situation before. This was not nothing recent or nothing, you know, not my marriage or whatever the case, but years ago, where I was in a relationship and the guy that I was with, it was like he was looking for a certain look. Like I had to have a certain look, a certain dress. My makeup had to be a certain type of way. Now, excuse me, looking back, of course, I learned that was control and manipulation. But being in the situation, that is not what I saw. I thought that he wanted a certain type of this and a certain type of that. Okay. Now, in that same situation, I was cheated on that I knew of like maybe 2 or 3 times. And the women looked a certain kind of way. They dressed a certain kind of way. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, well, maybe he wants this. So instead of seeing that as, oh, this dude is being real disrespectful right now. And instead of seeing myself as already what I needed to be and being satisfied in who I was, I stayed in that situation thinking that I could do more to change his perspective of who I was instead of appreciating my own value. You see what I'm saying? And that was, it was terrible. Absolutely terrible. And the crazy thing about it, this dude was in church. Huh? That was the sidebar right there. In church. He goes to church every week. Every week. So that tells you right there, just because you go to church don't mean, okay, just because you stand in the garage, it don't make you a car, okay? Just because you sit on a pew don't make you, all right? Okay, some of you, I'm going to say this and I'm going to leave it alone. Some of the biggest whatevers come out the church house. You understand me? Not to say everybody, but honey, folks be hiding behind that Bible. You understand? And that oil. Anyway, that's a whole nother sermon right there. All right, number 4. The reason that people stay in toxic relationships, because you're struggling with the shock of the price that you paid in terms of time and investment. You say, look here, I done spent 7 years with this fool. I done spent 9 years. I done spent 20 years with this clown. And man, listen, that's way too much time, and I have invested way too much to this relationship to walk away from it. So you are willing to stay in the situation because you done invested time. Look, I done got stock in this here. I ain't finna just leave. Okay? Hoping that things will pay off. Hoping, you know what I'm saying? Because Lord, please don't let me just have to waste 20 years. You know, I don't want to start over. I don't even want to go through this no more. So I will literally suffer in this situation. Because, look, I done spent 25 in here already. Shit. What I look like leaving now? What Johnny Taylor say, it's cheaper to keep her? It's cheaper to keep her. You mean to tell me that you will actually stay in some foolishness? I don't care how long it's been. That tells you right there that if the sucker didn't change after 20 years, it's good chance that they will never change. Okay? And you just stuck. You just there. Going through the motions. I know people right now that literally go through the motions. It ain't a piece of love nowhere up in that relationship. Ain't a drop of it. You hear me? They get up in the morning. They gone on. They two separate ways. Barely talk to each other. Don't want to spend time with each other. Barely want to even speak. Okay? Barely sitting down next to each other. Don't want to sit down. One sitting on one sofa, the other sitting on the other sofa. If it ain't got nothing to do with the kids, they ain't talking. Okay? It ain't no conversation at all. Don't want to be in the house when the other one in the house. Don't want to be in the car with the other one in the car. And then every night, go right back to that same bed, back to back. Get your back to his back. And wake up the next morning, do it all over again. Who finna do that prison sentence? Who? Not me. Okay, my mama says, when you finally realize that you are a queen, you will no longer accept the joker. Right. Queens, prepare for your king, inside and out. You deserve the best. Only a king can hold on. Only a king can hold on to his queen. Jokers are only for laughs and losing. You can lose your crown if your actions prove that you're no longer worthy of it. You survived what you thought would kill you. Now straighten your crown and move forward like the queen. You are seeking God for direction. Right. Okay. When you finally realize that you are a queen, you no longer accept the joker. Or, flip side, kings. When you finally realize you're a king, you no longer accept these jokers as women too. Okay? Because there's some joker females out here too. Just a straight clown. Clowns. Okay? Ridiculous. Especially nowadays. It's like the morals of these women done lessen. I'm talking about some of these. Oh my Lord. Jesus. I don't know where y'all got this from. Some of these women out here, sometimes I just feel sorry for y'all men, and the pickings is slim. The same thing with us women, though. Pickings is slim. Okay? Or they not slim. I ain't gonna say that. They're not slim. They're not slim. It's just that, you know, the jokers are the loudest ones. The jokers, because the jokers are out here dancing and they singing and they got the bells on, so they got to distract you. They try to be there. The jokers are the distractions. And the kings and the real queens are out there, you know, they're in position. They're in their position. They, you know, they don't have to do all that extra just to get some attention. They're the king. They're the queen. The mere fact that they are royalty is attention enough. They don't need no extra. They don't need to do all this. Hey, look at me. They don't have to do all that. For what? I'm the king. You're gonna acknowledge a king. You're gonna look at the king. You're gonna acknowledge the king. You ain't no mistake about it. You're gonna look at that crown and know I'm royalty. Okay. But a lot of people Like I said, I've known several people that are in relationships and have stayed in relationships and tolerated relationships simply because they don't spend a lot of time in it. I done spent a lot of time. Man, please. Please. That's 20 years too long. Oh, Jesus. That is a prison sentence. You hear me? Prison sentence. Get out of lockup. Get out of solitary confinement. Find your freedom. Learn when your release date is and leave. You understand? Toxic relationships. I'm not condoning divorce. I'm condoning freedom. You understand? Especially if it's a toxic situation. Get out of toxic situations. If it's proven to be poisonous for you. If it's proven to be poisonous, don't be there. It is a detriment. It is poisonous to your future. It is a detriment to your destiny. Get out. Okay? And 5, the 5th reason that people seem to stay longer in relationships than they should, in toxic relationships than they should, is the insanity that you can love a person enough to change them. Lord have mercy. Good. Man. If you ain't changed these suckers by now, I'm just trying to figure out what's your formula for changing them. It's been 10, 15, 20, 25, 30 years. And you just are hoping and praying that they gonna change on tomorrow. Well, Lord, this is the day. Here's the day. Y'all 70 years old apiece. Lord, one day, they gonna change. One day, Lord. One day. Look here. If they don't change on their own, you ain't finna change them, sugar. You ain't finna change nobody but your draws. You and your draws. Them the only two you gonna change. Them the only two things you gonna change. Because a person is only gonna change when they feel they're ready to change. But if a person don't think that they need to change, they're not going to change. If they are content in being who they are not going to change. Hi, Emma. Hey, Emma, how are you? If a person does not see anything wrong with themselves, they're not going to change, honey. I'm just telling you now. And let me tell you, sidebar, gotta do it. Sorry, gotta do it. Ladies, just because this man laid down with you and got you pregnant and you done had a baby by this man, that does not mean that this man is going to change for you. That baby may not keep him there. You understand? I witnessed one girl last year. Met this guy, laid with him like within the month. Now he had already had 2 children with 2 different baby mamas. Okay. She laid with him consistently. And the crazy part is he was still living with his baby mama. So my question to her was, the obvious. So are they still together? Oh no, they're not together anymore. They just sleep in separate bedrooms. So I said, okay, so you know this because you've been there and you've witnessed this for yourself, correct? Oh no, he just says that they... So my response to her, I kid y'all not. My response was, so surely you're not this green. Surely this is only an act that you're putting on for me. Surely this is not your real life answer. Surely this is not, this didn't happen. This did not happen. What? No, he said that. No, they stay in separate bedrooms or whatever. Oh, okay. All right, honey. All right. Listen, whatever you got to tell yourself. But okay then. You know. Because again, I've experienced telling somebody the truth about their situation And somebody japped out on me. This was years ago. Somebody came straight, cussed me slap out for telling her that her man was out here cheating. Oh, my bad. I didn't know I wasn't supposed to do that. So, okay, I'll leave you to it. That her response for that years ago, her response was, and I kid y'all not, I do not make this up. This was the first time I've ever heard this foolishness come out of anybody's mouth. But this girl said to me, that's his one mess up. His one mess up? What you mean? When I told her that, she said, that's his one, she said, if it's true, then that's his one mess up. He gets chances, he gets points, he gets passes. I don't understand. I don't get it. I'm so confused. I don't get it. What do you mean that's his one mess up? Don't you know, dummy, that if he do that one time, he's gonna do it again? And you done gave this fool a pass? Let me calm down. That's his one mess up. That is exactly what she said to me. And baby, when she said that to me, I said, okay, thank you for coming out. Please come again. God bless you and good night. That's exactly what I said. Because whenever you have to ration and reason in your own mind as to why your man just did what he just did. No, not your man, y'all man. As to why y'all man just did what he just did. Then baby, I ain't got nothing to say. Hey, them the rules to your relationship. Then, so let me butt out. Let me mind my business. Okay? Let me mind mine. Let me stay in the child's place. Okay? Now, with this girl last year, and she said that her baby daddy, her boyfriend was sleeping, him and his baby mama was staying in 2 different rooms under the same roof, and they not together no more. Okay, so then, to ensure that he don't slip up with the baby mama, she invited him to stay at her place. Now, mind you, they had just met. And within the month, they started sleeping together. And then within 2 or 3 months, they lived together. Okay? Now, had she done the proper thing, which I tell girls all the time, even guys, when you first meet someone, date them. Date them. Because during the dating process, you date to gather data. You date to gather data. Now, in that dating process, I am one that says date multiple people. Now, don't lay with multiple people. In fact, when you're trying to narrow down your selection, you ain't laying with nobody. You're dating to gather data. These are your interviewees. Okay? You're the interviewer. You're asking the questions. They're giving you the answers. Based on their answers, you're deciding whether their answers fit your life and where you're trying to go. If they're not fitting your life and where you're trying to go, then you're doing your elimination process. Okay? You're narrowing down the list. You're getting down to your final 3. Then the final 3, that's when you go into the preliminary round. Okay? So that's when you get into the deeper questions. Like as far as finances go. What about your parents? Let's talk about your kids. Let's talk about your exes. Let's talk about, yeah. What about that emotional and mental diagnosis? Let's talk about that. Let's get into your health screening. What runs in your family? Okay? All of that stuff. That's when you get into all of that. Okay? What are your beliefs? How do you feel about sex before marriage? How do you feel about shacking and living together before marriage? How do you feel about these things? How do you handle financial responsibility? What happens if somebody passes away? How do you handle losses? How do you handle this? You know what I'm saying? You're asking these questions. What's your credit score look like? Huh? You're dating to gather data. And then when you have narrowed it down to your one, that's when you become exclusive to somebody. That's when you become exclusive to somebody. But see, people are foregoing the whole dating process and going straight to the exclusivity after 2 weeks of seeing each other. And then it's in the relationship, and after months and years have gone by, they find out that this sucker is one fry short of a Happy Meal, or his elevator don't go all the way up, or her light bulb don't screw all the way in, or you know what I'm saying. And they all need the jacket that make them hug themselves. You understand? And so before you know it, you stuck in a situation and don't know how to claw your way out. And then years have gone past, and you're hoping and praying and hoping and praying that this person would change. But they are not. In fact, they're getting more and more settled in their ways. And the more settled in their ways they become, the harder it is for you to reach them, because they're comfortable now. They're content because this is who they are. So the question is going to be, well, what was wrong with me in the beginning? You accepted me for who I was in the beginning, and you did. But had you done your process of elimination the right way, okay, then they would, when people speak, you got to listen intently. You have to listen to what people say out of their mouth. If they telling you, well, I had a couple of relationships back then, you know what I'm saying? I had a couple, it didn't work out. I was with one, you know what I'm saying? One of my baby mamas, I was only with her for about maybe 4 months or whatever the case, you know what I'm saying? Slipped up, got her pregnant, you know what I mean? But, it didn't work out or whatever. I mean, I go by and see my child every now and again, you know what I mean? Excuse me? Even in the process of learning a person, you find out how is their relationship with their children. Do you have one? Okay? Because if he ain't taking care of his ones he had prior to you, then sugar, you getting a baby by him, what you think he finna all of a sudden turn over a new leaf? He's been a daddy. He ain't just started, okay? If he ain't taking care of his other 12, he ain't finna take care of the 13th one, okay? I don't care who the baby mama is. That's the thing. We are in these situations and get stuck in them and expecting a different result. That is, you know what the definition of insane is? The definition of insane is doing the same thing over and over and over again, expecting different results. That is the definition of insanity. You are insane if you think that staying in this situation is going to give you the approval that you need, is going to make you more worthy of them, is going to change them, is that you're going to get a return on your investment. Baby, you better cut them ties. In order to cut them ties, it's just like my mother said, you have to know who you are. Because the root reason of why all of this stuff is taking place is because you don't see you as you supposed to see you. You don't value you like you're supposed to value you. You don't honor yourself like you're supposed to honor yourself, because people are only treating us the way that we allow them to. And 9 times out of 10, a person is going to treat us the way that they see we treating ourselves. If they see that you have extremely low self-esteem, then you better understand that there's some praise out there. There's some hunters out here, and they are looking to prey on an innocent somebody. If you show that you're weak out here, you better understand they're going to prey on you. They're going to prey on you. You better know who you are. You better know who you are. You better stand tall in who you are and understand that anybody that comes to you, it is their pleasure. It is their privilege for you to even be connected to their lives. It is their pleasure for you to have you in their lives. So do not get stuck in any more of these situations. If you are in a situation like this right now, then you need to find your way out. Find your value, seek your peace, seek your joy, and seek it for yourself. Don't look for approval in these toxic relationships, because they are and they will remain toxic until you change them. And the only way that you change the toxic situation and a poisonous relationship is by walking away from it. Forget the time that you have invested into it. Guess what? That is time that you could have invested in something greater for your life. I'm telling you, walk away from the counterfeits and get to who rightfully belongs to you. Because therein will lie your future that is bright. Okay? You got to get out of it. You got to get out of it, and you got to see your value for for who you are, and see your value for what it is. Priceless. And if somebody who you're tied to and in a relationship with, God forbid, you know what I'm saying, don't see your value, no, it's not for you to convince them of your value. They should know it already. And if they don't see it, then hey, it is what it is. Move on. Move on. That's not the person for you. Because the person for you, you're not going to have to convince. They're going to see. They're going to see the value in you. And they're going to treat you like the valuable being that you are. Period, point blank. Okay? Let's end these toxic relationships. Please, 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 please. Okay? You're worth more. You're worth more. You're worth more. You're deserving of better. Get your better. Okay? All right. So that is all for today. And with all of that being said, listen, we love every minute of these conversations that we have, because listen, whether it was anybody who watches live or whether they go back and watch it later, it doesn't matter. As long as something on here has helped someone, then our job is done. Our job is done. So we appreciate all of you all who are online, who is watching. We thank you so much for tuning in. We thank you so much for giving your feedback and all of that good old stuff. We thank you so much for sharing and everything. And so if you are in the area, if you're in the Atlanta area or any of the surrounding cities, please, please, please feel free to come by here. Beauty by Miss B Salon Studios, 4651 Flat Shoals Road, Suite 6B as in B. Okay. And come and visit us, Union City, Georgia, 30291. We do everything from hair to nails to facials to body waxing to braids to colors, the whole 9 yards. Full service salon right here for your taking, okay? So come by here and come and see us. Even if you just want to stop by and say hey, come by and say hey, okay? Also, too, you can go, all of our contact information is right in the bio, in the captions of this very live video. You can go and book your appointments with any one of us here through that link right there. Also, follow us on YouTube. Go subscribe. We have our channel there where we will be posting our YouTube original series. It's called Let's Be Real. We're going to be posting that here soon. Okay, so go there, turn on the notifications, subscribe to the channel, and there you will be amongst the first to see all of our seasons, see all of our episodes and all that good old stuff, okay? Like us here, follow us on Twitter at Beauty by Miss B, and I'm telling you, you won't regret it. I'm telling you, follow us on IG at Beauty by Miss B _ATL, and I'm telling you, don't miss out on the good old stuff, okay? And also, as far as the series, as far as the reality TV show, I will keep you posted on all of the tidbits and stuff like that. I'm not going to tell you too much because you got to tune in and watch all of the greatness, okay? All right, until next time, you guys, we love you. Peace.